ready? 4, 2, 3,
Hey,
bang.
we're
That's
on.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
am.
welcome to the Garage Door. We've got a special guest. Now, a lot of people know him as the godfather of punk and garage. Tell me your
Hey, all right.
background.
My name is Valentino of The Standells, famous Standells from the 60s.
Oh, Tony.
I'm hanging on, still playing my Telecaster guitar with a Batman on it. And I play actually that, and I play my Strat, but I prefer the Telecaster with a Batman thing
The,
sticker
the
on it.
logo on it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, of
the logo.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
always
That's
had
awesome.
since the 60s. It
But
Very
was
Tony,
cool.
you've
great.
got to. Sorry to interrupt you, but you've got to. Well, what I wanted to say is that you are so active. You've been recording. Gosh, I mean, into your sixth decade now. But this new single you have out is in our top 10. It's a collaboration with Period Bomb.
Yeah, thank you
That.
so much. Wow, you guys blowing my mind. It's number 2. Like I just saw
I
it
know.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys are so wonderful. Yeah, and she's great. She's such a punk rocker.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
I, I, I mean, it's amazing that a friend of mine, Dean from Soundwell, he does movie movie sounds, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
took
Yeah.
me
What do they
under
call that?
her,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we came out with she came over to my house to my studio here, and we recorded one of my songs. We went over a couple of songs, but especially I wanted her to sing on this one song.
Yeah.
Oh, it
It's
is
Love
awesome.
Investigator. So the story is a true story.
Oh,
At one
really?
point, I was in love with this girl, right? So, and she was kind of leading me off, leading me on. And I go, where are you going tonight? She would go, oh, we're going to my girlfriend, and then we're going to this club. And so I would go, she would tell me the name of I
So
would
you're the
go and
love
sneak in.
investigator. Yeah.
I was investigating to see if she was there. And so that's
Love
what
it.
I came up with the love investigator.
I
Uh,
love it.
Yeah, now
so
Tony, what is your secret? You stay active. I mean, there's the past year, I know at least three, if not four singles that we have absolutely dug where you've either collaborated or on your own. So,
thank
what's
you
the
so
secret,
much.
man? You got to tell us what the secret is. Just keep
I
moving.
got so much. It's amazing. I live and sleep and eat music all day long. And since I'm not married anymore, I used to be married, but I have a beautiful daughter. She's in San Diego, my love of my life, Brianna. And
Hey, Brianna.
uh, she's gonna watch the show later, I'll tell her. And but I'm here. I got a roommate, and I got just nothing to do but music.
That's
What
Yeah.
awesome.
what am I gonna do? I like to do gardening. I go in the backyard and I do gardening when I
Me
take
too.
breaks. But my music, I got CDs. The other night I was looking at my CDs. I have boxes and boxes of CDs of songs that I have written. I go, oh my God, for nonstop every day, every single night. I
You can't
work,
help it. You can't
except
help it.
when we go out and celebrate and, hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
But then but mostly the time I spend is days and night about
Composing.
music, doing
Composing.
music.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we're glad
Now,
you're
Tony, I
doing that.
wanted to, I did have one quick question for you. There's an album, I'm a record collector. There's been an album I've been trying to find, and I don't know if it was your first one or not. It was like live at PJ's or something like
PJs.
that. I just don't see that. Can you give us a brief history of the Standells, how that album came
Okay,
to be?
that was our first live recording we did. We were at this club, playing at this club in Hollywood. Famous club was called the Peppermint West, and all the movie stars used to go there. Was the most popular. It was the most popular. Wait, let me turn this on. Hold on. So it was the most popular club in Hollywood, and I would go with one of my maid to talk to the manager to bug him until we got the job one day.
Yeah.
That's right.
So then
Persistence.
we were there about maybe for a couple, 2, 3 months, and then this one crazy guy walked in one night with a suit, bald-headed with the glasses. And he goes, "You guys out of sight. I want to manage you guys."
Oh, wow.
So I go, "Okay, well, he wants to manage us." So he goes, "I know some radio DJs and this and that." So he got us, we signed with him, Bert Jacobs, his name was.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
very,
Passed
very
on
infamous
now.
name.
And
Infamous name to a
well,
certain degree.
he also, for this, I must say that I get into the story later, but let's go one thing at a time. So I'll tell you this other story about my manager. Um, so we got signed, and he got us to do the first. We got signed with Liberty Records.
Okay, so
We got
he
us
got you on Liberty.
so,
Okay.
and then he got us to play at PJ's, was another famous club here in Hollywood, and Trini Lopez was playing there for a long time. He became very success, and he got moved to Las Vegas. So we took his place in PJ's, and so we recorded the side
The
live
album up there.
PJ's, and I
Was your
think I
set list?
only have one copy. I would give it to you, you know.
No, I would not
But I
have that.
only have one copy. You should be able to find on eBay, maybe.
Yeah,
Uh,
you can. It's out there, but I always like trying to find them in the wild. Somebody
oh
that
yeah,
actually bought
in
it
the
at the
garage
time. And
sale.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Unexpectedly, the
Oh yeah. But
Goodwill stores or whatever.
now, Tony, were you doing covers then, or were you doing originals? Probably covers
We
because you were
were doing
playing.
covers, a lot of covers, like Louie Louie. We were doing the Twist. This place at Peppermint West, the owner, she was a crazy lady, and we would play nicely and do. All of a sudden, she would come on the dance floor screaming, "Twist, twist! You gotta do twist!"
Yeah.
So we had to stop whatever music we were doing, and we had to do the twist.
Was
But the
that now? Was
place
this?
was incredible. Actually, I met a lot of people, a lot of famous movie stars and singers one night. This at the Peppermint West. And this guy walks in with a guitar, walking in with a guitar, dressed in black. And we were playing, and the manager ran to the stage. He goes, "Oh my God!" He goes, "Hey, you guys, I got a big guest star tonight. He just walked in. He would like to do a couple songs. Who is he?" He goes, "That's Johnny Cash over
Oh,
there in
Oh
the
wow.
my
corner."
God.
And that was Johnny Cash. So he came up and did a couple of songs, and I never forgot. He told me, he goes, "Tony, D as in dog, D as in dog." This next song. Uh, but anyway, it was great. And then I met a lot of movie stars. I met singers,
Now, Tony,
Connie Francis.
is this before the Beatles on Sullivan
Yeah, this
or
is and then I met Connie Francis there, and one of the singers, and who else? Let me see. Other big famous movie stars that used to come there. But then from there, so anyway, we went to PJ's, and we recorded that album with Liberty, and then
okay?
nothing. I
Yeah.
mean, nothing. Some crazy guy came in one night, and he goes, "Hey, you guys are out of sight, man. I like to book you guys to Central America." My manager was going to Central America. He goes, "Yeah, I'll give you guys a lot of
Oh my
money,
God.
and it'll be great. It's
You
gonna
guys
be
are right. You're
fun.
like 21,
You can
22.
be laying by the beach, whatever, great." So he kind of has to go there, and good. It was the most horrifying tour in my life. We almost got killed.
Oh, my.
Imagine we got on the plane, the last we got on the plane, right? And this three guys come in with machines guns.
Oh,
And he
oh,
goes, you out. Oh my God, I thought they're gonna shoot
Oh,
us,
no.
man.
oh,
So we
shoot.
landed first. We landed with a smaller plane, in the dirt. And there were donkeys and chickens. You go, oh my God! And this famous DJ, Rev Foster, his name was Carol, great DJ. He came with us, and it was
Okay.
great. It's gonna be a lot of girls. Oh man, we got there. There was no beaches. There was alligators everywhere. There was monkeys. The humidity was 100%. We were dying. And then so this guy's coming with machine guns. He goes, yeah, you're out. They go, well, what happened? What do we do? He goes, um, they wouldn't tell us. It took us back to the hotel where we just left. They go, you guys, you did not pay. You did not pay dues for the union. I guess they formed the
Oh,
union.
the
Oh.
payoff, the payoff.
Over there, and then they go, you got to play for the El Presidente. You know, you had to play at the Palace with the
Oh,
president.
wow.
That was a trip, you know.
Tony, now what year is this? Would you say is
This
this
was like in 1964, around
Okay.
64?
64.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
God.
amazing.
64, yeah.
You got to
It was,
write this stuff. Tony, you got to write a book. You
oh,
really
yeah,
need to get
I'm
this
working
down.
on it. Yes, sir. And
Yes.
then, anyway, so that we got out of there, thank God. And one night we were traveling in this coffee fields, you know, there were coffee plantations everywhere. And we're running out of gas. And finally we saw this little light from far away. And we got there and they were knocking on the door. And this guy goes, we had like some people, they escorted us.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they go, please, we need gasolina, gasolina. And the guy goes, no, I don't want to come out. He didn't want to come out. He was scared. He thought
Oh,
it was going to kill him, you
right.
know. So he never
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah.
It was a really tense situation over there, I'm telling you. But anyway, from there we came back, and thank God. And
Now, when did you sign with Tower, Tony? When did you sign? Weren't you on Tower?
then we signed with another company. Bert signed us with uh, there was this famous restaurant called Martoni in the 60s. It was famous, and Sonny Cher would hang out there. They had the Baby Please Don't Go, that one song. As a matter of fact, we met them, and I was with the Bert and Rab and all those guys. And they go, can Sonny produce the Standells, please? You know, he wants to
Wow.
produce you guys. And Bert goes, he came up to me and goes, hey, Sonny Bono wants to produce you guys. Is that okay? I go, well, I guess so, whatever. He's got a record out and
Yeah. 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 Right.
he worked with the Phil Spector. It should be great.
Yeah.
So so they give him the office, my management give Sonny $5,000. They were completely flat broke. They just made that record, you know, by luck, you know,
Hmm. Hmm.
and as a matter of fact, so we end up backing them up in some dances, high school dances and stuff. And then he got $5,000, and they got a place to live, and that was history, you know, from a stand, you know, Tony Valentino say, yeah, okay, all right, Sonny's gonna produce us. So we recorded at the famous Gold Star recording
Oh.
studio
Oh, wow.
with a wrecking crew,
Oh,
and that
wow.
was like Glenn Campbell was on guitar, playing on drums, and Carol Kay on bass,
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh, Tony.
and
Wow.
Hal
so they
Blaine's a hero
double
of
up.
mine.
We were doubling up. So we had like I was playing guitar and Glenn Campbell was playing the same thing I was playing. Of course, better. I mean, he was incredible, Glenn Campbell. I
Oh,
have
hey,
a
Tony.
great picture I just put out. That was great. I found.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I
yeah.
saw
That's
it.
what we wanted to ask you about that. Was that on the Glenn Campbell Good Time Hour?
Yeah, one of those shows I think was the one. Yeah. But then he was funny. He was such a talented. So we were recording in another studio one night before that, and our crazy drummer Gary Leeds, um, he goes, Tony, let's go to Glen Campbell. He fell asleep on the couch. So he goes there, he's crazy, and he goes, he started talking like a girl, you know. Oh, you know, and Glenn opened his eyes and see Gary, right? He jumped up and down. You know, it was funny. You know, it was, but he was a great guy to hang out, a great musician. And so that was a VJ Records. And when we went to sign, the guy behind the president, he goes, hey, I want you guys to know that I just let this four guys out of the contract from England, you know, to sign
Yes.
the Standells. And we're looking around, who was that, you know? And the secretary, she was going by, she goes, that's the Beatles, that's the Beatles. So they let the Beatles go. They went on VJ Records. And it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
amazing. because I signed the Standells and let
That's
the
awesome.
Beatles go.
So
So
Tony,
that was another signing. Then after that, Bert got us to sign, with the Capitol Records finally, and we got there and we signed with the Green Grass Production. Was the Liberace was the manager, our manager, booking agent. He was
Okay.
managing Liberace also.
uh,
So he booked us in Vegas
with Liberace.
after after PJs. We went to Las Vegas and we put this wigs on because I saw a picture of me and Gary. We saw a picture of the Beatles like in 1962 or
Yeah.
whatever with long hair.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we saw that picture. My mom had magazines order from Italy that would come to here, and we saw the picture, and that was it. We put the wigs, and we went to Vegas. There was people were flipping out. There was the funny. I had the greatest time in my life. I mean, hanging out with Louis Prima, all those guys.
Oh my
Oh,
You
gosh.
know,
wow.
It's funny, Merton Burl, the great Merton Burl.
Yeah, Milton
He came
Berle.
over
Yeah.
one night to see us, and he goes, "Hey, you guys, I really would love to invite you guys to my show tomorrow." It was our day off, right? He goes, "Please come and see us. I'll give you good seats and dinner." So we went, right? And he set us right in front, the beautiful tables and everything, dinner. Son, when about 5 minutes into the show, he goes to the microphone. He goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have here four beautiful women with long hair sitting here at the front desk." It was just funny. And he started picking us, ask, "How did you,
Part of his bit,
but he
part
got
of
a
his
kid.
comedy
He
routine.
knew
Yeah.
that he was gonna, make a big deal with that we had the wigs on. But anyway,
Tony,
that
you
was
got to get this stuff. You got to get somebody to help you get
yeah,
it.
it was incredible. It was funny, yeah.
Now I
Uh,
got Tony. I want to ask one thing. How did you guys go from kind of being the cover band, working 62, 63, doing covers, 64? How did you end up getting the sound that you did, like on the first Standells album? What was the secret there? There's a lot of killer driving guitar, and
Yeah,
how did that
right.
happen?
Well, I was a very frustrated guitar player. I used to play a couple chords in Italy before I came here. I was about 15 years old, and my uncle built me a guitar in my little town. We didn't have a music store, nothing, and I had to wait to get this guitar. And anyway, finally got the guitar, and I started playing Italian chords. There's guys in the piazza who used to play Italian music. So when I came here, I knew the basic chords more or less, and we didn't have any money. We came here with just as a matter of fact, I recorded an album that I put it out. It's called "A Suitcase Full of Dreams." It's out
Yep.
now. It's on CD Baby, and we came here with dreams with no money, and so. Anyway, I couldn't afford it to buy a Fender guitar, and I had a Sears guitar and a Sears amplifier.
Yeah.
And I was so frustrated because I go, wow, I should like to get a Strat or Telecaster. Um, and so, but this amp that I had was kind of crackling, and I used to kick it, and whatever, and he would give me this crazy sound, like I was playing, I would kick it, and then so I really was experimenting with this with the strings. At that time, Ernie Ball came out with his strings, and we met him. I met him. He showed me. He goes, "Hey, Tony, I'm putting out all those strings." Now he's famous, Ernie Ball strings.
Like flat
Oh,
wound
yeah.
or round wound? Is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
the round wound. We used to have the round wound, and he goes, "Tony, let me turn you on with this. I got new strings," and he gave me the nickel, wound.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
believe it when I put it on the guitar. I started experimenting, like kind of a scratchy, crispy sound,
Yes, yeah. With
between
some fuzz in it. Yeah.
the Fender, not the Fender. I had a silver tone guitar, I think, and the Sears amplifier. And then so from that, I got a Telecaster, my first Telecaster, and it was first I got a Gretsch when I was in. As a matter of fact, at PJs, I was playing a Gretsch. It was called a Country Gentleman. I never
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
it
Chet
was
Atkins,
orange.
man.
I'll never
Chet
forget the
Atkins.
guitar. And it would give me, it would have feedback on me. And like I remember, I feel like Bobby Darin used to come in and sit on drums and play. And sometimes in the middle of him solo, my guitar would go, oh, he used the feedback. So I had to stuck a bunch of foam inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but
He was a
anyway,
hollow
so I
body,
had the
semi hollow
Gretsch.
body.
I got rid of the Gretsch and I got the Telecaster.
What year Telly was it? Do you
It
remember?
was, I think it was like a 62, 60. I think I got it in Hawaii. That when I first started with the Standells, I'm the original founding member. I knew this guy
Yeah.
from Vendy Camp's work, and we formed a band anyway. And then the Starlighters, and then we were involved into making the song "Let's Go."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it
Killer
go,
song.
let's go. So then, from then, the lead singer disappeared. We looking for for piano player. We met the piano player, and we formed the Standells. Me, Jody,
Okay.
and Larry, and we
But
formed
that
the
sound,
Standells.
so you think that you're really say the it was the telly and the amp because that kind of
Yeah,
got
the
you to that.
telecast. And then when I recorded Dirty Water, we recorded in the garage. Honestly, that's why they call us garage punk. It was a
Our
garage.
favorite.
And
Yep.
upstairs, there was this garage and the little stairs that go upstairs in the garage. I remember it was so damn hot. There was no air conditioning. It was a garage that they put upstairs on it.
Oh yeah.
Imagine in the garage and you could put down, and the ceiling was kind of low because, I guess they built the floor from
Yeah.
the garage.
Is this in LA? This is LA, Tony?
Yeah, yeah. So the sound from there, I was experimenting at the time. Vox gave us some equipment.
The Super
They
Beetle?
sponsored us. And so I was experimenting with the AC30 Vox amplifier, and I discovered there was this round knob that you could convert the electricity from 220 to 110 or whatever. And
Yeah.
so on that, I tuned the thing. I go, I wonder what happened if I turn this and play. And that was it, man. Bam! I found this like fuzz sound. I flipped out. And I used that on Dirty Water I doubled up with a Fender amp. So I
Okay.
used the Fender amp and AC30 Vox amp on
There you
Dirty.
have it, folks. There is the explanation of the
Yeah,
start of all the things we
Yeah.
love right there.
yeah, that's where I got that fuzziness. And then I was the Vox. They would I would go to the factory. They would have, build pedals and stuff, and they would give it to me to try it. I would go
Do you
there.
still have any of the pedals or anything, Tony?
No, not the one day the roadie, I don't know what the hell happened, but the van disappeared. My Super Beatles, I had two
Oh,
Super Beatles, my Phantom guitar,
Yeah.
bunch of Vox, all the Vox equipment. So that was a bummer, but
yeah. It's just
really,
equipment, though. It's the musician, though. I mean,
So
yeah,
do you still look for that sound? Is there still sounds in your
yeah.
head?
How are you getting it to this day? I mean, even on the newest single that we have that we've been
yeah,
playing, the Period Bomb, there's that you can identify that's Tony Valentino, even if you
yeah.
Yeah.
didn't,
Right, thank you. Well, I have another Vox. I have a small Vox AC15. And I put that AC15 with another amp, with a Fender amp.
Okay.
I put them together and I run the sometimes I do three, but this one, the particular Vox sound I get is from this AC15 Vox amp,
Wow.
which
Okay.
is really great. And it gives me that sound, and I know exactly I mess around the way I wanted the sound, um, uh, even without pedal. I get some of the amps, they have all the effects built in now.
Right. Sure.
As
Right.
as a, as a matter of fact, I have a little cube that I use sometimes also to incorporate 3 amps together. It's just like
Okay.
always mess around with sounds,
But that's, see, Tony, I mean, that's why you are, I mean, in my opinion, as far as rock and roll people are, you are so creative. You have the sound and you're trying to find the way to get that sound out of your head. To me, anyway, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I just really appreciate what you try and do.
Yeah, it's like my little studio here in my house. I had engineers that came by. They go, "Wow, don't touch anything. I got all this stuff here. Bikes. I got things hanging on the wall, and all kinds of stuff, and yeah, guitars everywhere, keyboards, and the sound." The guy goes, "Don't touch anything. The sound is great." I recorded a huge studio. Red Bull studio in Santa Monica. I mean, like they spend like a couple $1 million
Oh,
to
yeah.
build a studio. It's unbelievable. And I'm telling you, I could get the sound better here than that huge
Oh yeah.
studio, that with $1 million sound,
Right.
Hey, Tony,
But
who's playing drums on Love Investigator? Who's doing that?
the Love Investigator is I got a great drummer. His name's Rob. He
Okay.
plays um, um, with Tony Marsico. I had
Oh
a
yeah. Okay.
I did a Tony Marsico song together. He's a great
We
talent.
played that. We
Yeah.
played that too.
He was Bob Dylan bass player, and his band backed up Bob Dylan
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
3 years or more. So the Robbie's a great drummer, really solid drummer. I've been using him in my last recordings. As a matter of fact, I got a couple other songs that I'm working on other different artists to put out. But Love Investigators doing really good. I just did another interview with this friend of mine in Australia. It's called Plastic EP, Plastic
Okay. Yeah.
EP,
Yeah.
and
Very
he's
cool.
he's famous. He's done Paul McCartney, everybody,
Yeah.
and he's got a radio show in England now, and he
Okay.
loves the songs. I just sent it to him, and they play in England now. So I'm
That's
happy that
awesome.
it's kind of
There's an
going around.
Now, Tony, to kind of go there now in May or anything. Any big plans? Are you going to be hitting the road or doing anything like that coming
Yeah,
up?
well, it's like after that, it's about 3 weeks, then I come back. Well, I'm gonna be knocked into the California. Um, it's called the
Is that the?
American Entertainment Music Hall of Fame
Yeah.
coming up. I'm
That's a
gonna be
big deal.
I'm gonna be
Congratulations on that,
inducted.
by the way.
Thank you. And then after that, I'll say I'm gonna probably do somebody setting me up some clubs, some small
Yep.
venue tours, and also the Fantastic Fellinis, a great band.
Oh yeah.
I
Yes.
might go
Yeah.
out with
Oh my
them
gosh. Yes.
on the Slamninista. There's
Oh
Slamninista
yeah.
also, Gabrielle. We all, hang out with the Rodney Bingenhammer.
Oh yeah.
He plays all the time. Good friend of mine for years and years. So he's on Sirius
The
XM.
mayor of L.A. The mayor
You
of
So
L.A.
we hang out, we'll go out to
That's
dinners, and
you need to bring your big crew to the Midwest so we can come catch
That's
the
right,
show.
I
Tony.
know. So I'm trying to organize to put them maybe the Fantastic Fellinis and
Yeah.
myself and another band, um, Kill My Coquettes, another band, another
Yeah. Oh
girl.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Natalie.
So we all
Natalie, yeah.
trying to
Yes.
organize that, so we'll see what happens.
We would definitely come find you guys.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll come to you. Or you can call me if you have some great clubs that we
Oh,
can play.
we
Go
got
ahead
some
and let
spots
me know.
we can
Oh yeah. Oh my
send you
gosh. Yes.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You
All
guys
right, Tony. We won't keep you too much longer, but I just want to say the CD out on CD Baby is Suitcase Full of Dreams. Is kind of like would you say, Tony, it's a reflection on how you came to the States and your
Yeah, I wrote a song in there. I wrote a song. There's a song called "Living on Laurel Canyon" in there in 1969, which
Oh,
Laurel Canyon was.
oh
We had a house. My roommate Manny, his name is hairdresser, and we used to get like all the musicians there used to cut Linda Ronstadt's hair, and the Paul used to come there, like Jim Morrison, everybody,
Oh,
and
wow.
we used to have parties.
Oh, I'm
Like, we were
envious.
marked in red by the police department. We had so many parties every night.
Have
And
you seen the documentary, Tony, on Laurel Canyon? Have you seen that one on? I think it's on Netflix or
yeah, I
something.
think I saw it. There's a book also that I am in the book. It's
Okay.
called Down and Out and Dreams on Laurel Canyon, something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'll tell you this story. I was contacted by a management that they are good. They're gonna do a documentary on Three Dog Night. So they called me. They wanted me to because I was involved. Because my manager Bert Jacobs end up when after Tower Records and Dirty Water, Dick Dodd left the band. So we were just devastated because me and Larry, we got left we didn't know what to do. And the main time before he was about to leave, Bert Jacobs went to Don Hill and got us a contract for brand new contract for the Standells. And me and Larry, we went there to sign it. And so Dick Dodd never shows up, right?
Yeah.
Devastated. We end up getting in the band Low George,
Little Feet.
Yeah.
And a bunch of guys. That wouldn't happen. So Dick Dodd didn't show up, and my manager, we were devastated. I was devastated completely. My manager calls me up a week later. He goes, "I'm sorry, Tony. I guess Dick Dodd doesn't want to do it." And he goes, "Unfortunately, I'm going to give your contract to Three Dog Night." So
Oh,
Three Dog Night got the Standell contract, and then it's
Oh,
a piece of history right there.
yeah.
my
So
gosh.
I'm saying that to the documentary. I'm
Oh,
like
Tony, that
talking
is
about that.
amazing.
Oh,
But
But
it was, I'll tell you, the 60s was a crazy time. But A Suitcase Full of Dreams, I have some incredible songs in there. You can check it out. Um, if you can find it, then I can send it to you.
okay.
excellent, excellent. Yep,
I
yep,
think
yep.
I have your address. You guys
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
might have
so.
it,
If
or
not, I'll
just
send
text
it.
it, text
I'll
it to
text it
me.
to you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
just tell me, and I send it to you. And
Well, I'll tell you what, Troy, we got so many stories we're hearing here that
oh my
I
goodness
think we
gracious.
could have you on every week and you could just tell us new
yeah,
stories.
Yeah,
yeah,
I would
really.
love
I
that.
gotta
This
make
would be
that movie. It's gonna happen someday. We'll see.
It should. Okay, Tony, before we get out of here, I got to ask you, got to choose one of these two. I've got out my old 45s. I keep
You got to
my
turn the blur off, Troy, because we can't see any of those.
I'll just say them. Okay, how about would you rather have Whole Lot of Shaking Going On or High School Confidential? Which one, boys?
A whole lot of
Whole lot
shaking
of
going
shaking.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay, how about Come In Stranger by Johnny Cash or Big River by Johnny Cash or Ballad of a Teenage Queen?
I think that one, the Johnny Cash, that one.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Teenage Queen, that one. I like that one.
How about Johnny Burnett Trio, Midnight Train, or Buddy Holly and the Crickets? Oh boy.
Oh boy, for sure. Oh boy.
Yeah, you gotta have that. That's
Johnny
a
Burnett,
pleasure.
I played with him too.
Oh, yeah.
I met him.
Really?
I played
Wow.
drums for him one time because I like to play drums.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
We're both drummers, Tony, too. So.
All right.
All right, folks, we're gonna get off here. Let Tony get out of here. He's got
I
more
really
interviews to
appreciate it, you
do.
guys.
We appreciate
All
it.
you do for us musicians, you guys are the greatest DJs. I love your show.
Well, we
Great
appreciate
voices,
that.
you guys. Great personality. Amazing show. I love it.
Well, you keep
Thank
on
you,
rocking
Tony.
and keep making
Thank
some
you
cool
so
music.
much. Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Have
Bye-bye,
a good
guys.
one.
Here.